Hi everyone, this is Latrice, one of your favorite people in the whole wide world next to everybody else that you know. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Good day, YouTube family. This is Latrice. I'm super excited to be back before you today with another video. And today we are going to discuss dun, 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 negotiating your pay. So here is the quick background story. One day I was at home, I received a call from one of my business partners, and she asked me a simple question. She said, Latrice, have you ever heard that men make more money than women? I said, yeah. She said, where did that come from? I thought about it. I was like, I don't know. She said, well, a survey was done and they discovered that men negotiate their pay and women just accept their pay. I thought about that and it made me think of all the jobs I've ever had. Never once have I negotiated my pay. I've always just said thank you because I thought that's all they could give me, right? Wrong. So fast forward. So one day I found myself at the office and I received an email from my boss. She said, come to my office as soon as you can. I said, okay, fine. Now, I'm saying okay, fine now, but at the time I was like, man, what did I do wrong? Did she catch me doing something? Did I do something I wasn't supposed to do? What is this meeting about? So fast forward, I walked into the office and she turned around, she said, have a seat. She said, I want to end my week on a high note. She said, here are some reviews from the attorney. I just want to say you've been such a great asset to our company and I want to offer you a raise in the amount of $1. Right in that moment, the thought of my business partner came to my mind. And what came out of my mouth next was this. Do you mind if I think about that? She said, sure, no problem. You know what? In fact, take all the reviews home with you, review them, come back Monday, and then we'll come back next week and then we'll discuss it. I said, okay, perfect. Thank you. So I went home, I thought about it, and I realized, I was like, no, I'm gonna ask for more. And let me tell you, I was very uncomfortable with doing that because I've never done it before. Never even considered it until that conversation happened with my business partner. And now I'm about to actively put into play or put into practice what I just learned, that you can negotiate. And I wasn't sure if they were gonna fire me, if they were I just didn't know. It was the unknown for me. So sure enough, I went back to work that following week and I walked into the office. I said, hey, I just want to say thank you so much for wanting to end your week on a high note with me. And I do appreciate everything that you all do for me. And I'm so thankful that you want to give me $1 raise. I said, but based off of the reviews and the fact that you said I'm an asset to the company, I said, do you all have more to offer? Or can you offer some more money? She said, you know what, Latrice, you know what I like about you? Exactly that. I love how you appreciate what we do for you, but just like you said, you can't have everything that you want. Hey y'all, this is important. She was communicating to me in my language. So I said, I can appreciate you reminding me of what I said to you before, that you can't have everything that you want. I said, but what I know for sure is if you never ask, you will never have it. So that's why I'm asking you, is there any more that you all can offer? She said no. And I thought to myself, she answered that a little bit too fast. I would like for her to think about it. So my question to her was, are you sure? She thought about it for a few more seconds. And then she said, you know what, Latrice? The supervisor is coming into the office next week. So we all should have a meeting and then we'll go from there. I said, okay, perfect. I appreciate that. She said, you're welcome. I walked out of there feeling pretty good about myself. So the next week came, and here's the weird part. When she was in the office, the supervisor wasn't in the office. When the supervisor was in the office, she wasn't in the office. I was like, are they playing around with me? Because she said when we all are in the office together. And so one thing I didn't tell you about the supervisor, she lived in Alabama. So she only came to our office once a month. And so I knew I couldn't miss this opportunity because once she left, I was like, the opportunity is off the table, or at least that's how I saw it. So on that Friday, the supervisor was there. Again, the owner, she wasn't there. So I was like, no, I'm taking that chance, because I already talked to the owner. I was like, she already knows what I want, so the supervisor needs to know. So I walked into her office. I said, hey, can I talk to you for a few minutes? She said, sure, go ahead and close my door. So I did. And then I asked her, I said, hey, did the boss tell you why I wanted to have a meeting with you? And she said, she told me a little bit, but you can tell me a little bit more. I said, okay, perfect. I said, so what I want to say is the same thing I said to you all earlier. I want to say thank you all so much for the opportunity, because I understand you didn't have to take that risk with me, and you did, and I do appreciate it. I said, also, after reviewing the notes of the attorney, they have really great things to say about me. Just like the boss said, I am an incredible asset to the company. I said, with that being said, I said, what I've seen in myself, what I noticed is when you first hired me, you may not have known what type of worker I was, and that was the risk you were taking. I said, but now that I have worked here for a year, I said, you all have an idea, or a better idea, of what type of employee I am. Number one, I show up on time. Number two, I never call off. And I'm a huge valuable asset. And the valuable asset meaning this: I was the only one on the team that dealt with different states. Nobody else did what I did at that company. So I wanted to make sure I pointed that out to them, and I did. And so she looked at me, she said, Latrice, let me ask you a question. How would the other employees feel if I were to give you a raise and you're making more than them? I thought that was a pretty good question, so here's how I answered it. I said, I don't know, and to be honest with you, that's none of my business about how the other employees negotiate on their own behalf. I said, for the purpose of this conversation, I just want to keep it between you and I about me and my performance at this job. So if we could stay there, that would be perfect. So then she looked at me and said, well, how much do you want, Latrice? How much are you asking for? Let me share something with you. I didn't even know, because it wasn't even about a number for me, because I didn't think about it. All I thought about was, hey, I want to make more money, more. But I never even considered what the more looked like. So in that moment, I had to think quick, right? And I did. And again, very quickly, where I fail with that, you will succeed, because now you know, and you can be better prepared. So in that moment, I thought about it. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna ask for $3 more than what they were trying to pay me. So I did. And she's like, no. She said, I can give you 50 cents more. And I was like, no. And then so what we settled on was them paying me $2 more. So $1 more than what they wanted to pay me, and $1 less than what I asked for. So we met again in the middle. And so guess who was happy, guys? This girl right here, because that was never possible. That was never on the table for me until my business partner told me what she told me, which enlightened me, right? And allowed me to take an action that I wouldn't have taken. So I want to ask you all, do you negotiate your pay, or do you just accept your pay? That's one question. The second question is, if you don't negotiate, will you start? The third question is, if you negotiate, how do you go about negotiating? So say, for example, for me, when I negotiate, I always tell somebody exactly what I have and exactly what I want. I notice that for some people, they negotiate in this way, which is not a bad tactic. That's their tactic, right? They do this, where they make a certain amount of money already. They make 25, but when they go in for a new job, they'll tell them that they're making 26 or 27. So that when they get offered something, it's probably like $1 or more than what they're already getting paid, or what they're telling them they're getting paid. So that is a tactic for some people too. Again, that's not mine, because I like to be straightforward. That works for me. And so anyway, so I wonder, what do you do? So I just want to say thank you all so much for tuning in to watch this video. Definitely leave your comments down below, right? And as we do it on every video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see you later. Have a great day.